What's up, Dragon Broods? So it's your boy PowrDragn back today to get into day 2 of our Abzan deck series. So yesterday we played some Abzan Mutate. Today we're going to be playing Abzan, we'll call it mostly humans. It's a humans deck, but it has a few that aren't. But I think it works just the same, so we're trying something a little different. Is it better than the regular black-white humans? Maybe, maybe not. One thing I will say though is the usual format for these videos, if you don't know, is we talk about the deck, we play the games, and then if you watch to the end of the video, we talk about updates we would do to the list based on the results we got from the game. So if you watch through the video, you kind of get a heads up on what the next version is going to look like and get out in front of everybody else. But for now, let's go take a look at the deck. Okay, so this time, as you can see, it's one of the rare times we actually get to play Giganta, the Wellspring. So as you can look across the deck, nothing in the deck has more than one of any particular mana symbol, so we meet the requirements. Now, the question is, did we need Giganta? Not really. But, like in most cases, if you don't need the ability of the companion, but you can fit it, you still play it because the truth is, it's a free card. You know, it's a 5/5 in an aggro deck. So worst case scenario, we just have a free creature. Granted, we can only cast it with green, but we only need one green mana, so it's not that big a deal. But let's get into the other cards. All right, just, we are playing 3 Fight as 1. We're experimenting with this to see how often it either saves us in combat as a combat trick, or if it actually just saves our biggest creature, say after a board sweeper, for instance. Like, let's say you have a General's Enforcer out and some legendary human. Let's say General Kudro's on the table. They go ahead and deal 3 damage to all creatures. Well, technically, the Enforcer would die, then the General would die because it no longer has Indestructible. However, if you have one Fight as 1, when you just save the Enforcer, you save the General. So even though you don't have that many non-humans, you can actually have cases where you save more than one creature because of it. Though we are playing a few non-humans that we'll get to here in a second. So we're playing Hero Precinct 1. The majority of our cards are actually multicolor, so this is just a way to get some extra free humans. Playing General's Enforcer because, again, it protects our legendary humans, and we do have a couple different ones in the deck, starting with Cheville. I guess that's how we're going to say it. It's not like a Chevy Chevelle, so I'm going to say Cheville. We're going with that. Or maybe it's Cheville. I don't know. But he's got a cool 90s, kind of, not even 90s, like an 80s mustache going on. But anyway, has nothing to do with the card. So it's a 1/3, does have Death Touch. He can kind of set things up to put the bounty counters on that he plans to block and kill, so that's pretty cool. And if you just have another way to kill the creature, you still get the thing anyway, and then you get to load up another bounty counter. So that's kind of neat too. Also remember that if you have Cheville out and you have the General's Enforcer, then he's actually protected. So you can just block something, kill it, and then be on to the next thing. So it's kind of a cool little 2-card combo. Dire Tactics, we're only playing 3. It's arguable that maybe we should be playing 4, so I could probably squeeze out something to get another one in there. Playing 2 Lava Brink Adventurer, we're not really sure how good this is yet, but I'm experimenting with it because, again, it's a human. It gets bonuses from your general. The downside, I will say, is that it's not multicolor, so it doesn't trigger the hero, and it's not going to punch through a lot of things if they end up playing like the different casting cost type right behind it. So just something to think about. General Kudro, all around awesome, fits perfectly in here. Playing 2 Kunaros. Not sure how good this is yet, but it does prevent your opponents from getting certain things into play, almost as though you're playing a Grafdigger's Cage, which is pretty nice. So we'll see how it goes. And it does have Menace, so it does make it a little bit harder for your opponent to set up turns where they want to block with, like, say a Nissa turns one land into a creature, then you can still punch through and get to Nissa maybe. So things like that are still possible, and the lifelink's not inconsequential. Playing a couple of Knight of Autumn. This is the card I probably like the least in the deck. It's very likely I could turn one of these into a Dire Tactics and something, but we'll see as things go on. We're trying 1 Kethis. No idea how good it's going to be, but we do have some legendary creatures and other things that we could play out of the graveyard, so we'll keep an eye on that. Trying a couple of these for removal cards. Mythos of Nithoi. The thing is, most of the time it's going to be a 3 mana instant speed creature removal. However, if we want to get rid of anything else, we are playing all 3 colors, so it could allow us to get rid of a Planeswalker or an enchantment or something else. So it's pretty flexible. And I think because of the existence of these, we kind of need the Knight of Autumn a little bit less, but we'll see. Could be wrong. Playing a couple of Treacherous Blessings just to get some extra cards. We don't have a ton of ways to get rid of it. We do have Vraska that we're about to get to, and we're playing one of those, so maybe, I don't know. I mean, you know, we'll see. And then a couple of Pulachranos, because one, it fights, which is great. Two, it's another thing we can save with the other half of Fight as One. And three, it comes back from the graveyard, so why not? And it's hard for your opponents to steal with Claim the Firstborn. And then lands, we're going 2 plains, 1 castle, 2 swamp, 2 forests, a full set of the shock lands, 3 triomes, and 3 fabled passage. Though, arguably, we could go probably an additional triome over the fabled passage, but we'll see how this works. This is going to be an interesting experiment. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get to the games. Lion of Aquarius. That sounds so official. We get to go first, and unfortunately, we don't have anything to play early here. This is a little bit disappointing. And we don't even have an indicator of what the opponent has because we didn't see them, any of their companions. It's alright, let's mulligan. Alright, this is a little bit better. We'll keep, and we'll probably get rid of Kethis here. It may turn out that Kethis is just a mistake for this list. I thought it was kind of neat. But who knows? Maybe when the game goes long and we have legends in the graveyard, we'll see. There's only one of them. But I'm mostly playing as like late game. You know, you can get a general back. You can get Giganta back if you've already used it. You can get Shovel. You can do like a bunch of different things. So maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Alright, that was a long time to just play an island. But alright, we'll see if we can get out in front of this. Oh boy, an opponent playing blue who plays really slowly. That's like one of the worst things in Magic. Oh, it's going to be this deck? Okay, well I guess the good news is at least we kind of make tokens as we go along, so that's pretty good. Or not. Opponent, come on. I feel bad. I'm saying that. They're probably, who knows? They might be on a thing with like crappy internet and super slow and who knows. Alright, that Fight is one. I have a feeling it's going to come in handy later. Alright, the good news is they're probably not playing a ton of spell counters. There's a good chance we just get away with this. And then next turn, if we're lucky, we can attack in, let them attempt to block with like their Sky Cats and stuff, and then we can put these Fight of One to work. Oh, they're just coming right after us. They might have all the damage, y'all. Oh, and we drew all the Fight as One. That's not what we wanted. Alright, I guess we're just going to attack. See what the opponent thinks. I mean, there's a chance they're not blocking. Oh, come on. Can we do it? Yeah! Love it when a plan comes. I need the little A-team, what was it, Murdoch clear? Like, I love it when a plan comes together. Junkie cards to the rescue. Problem is, we don't have anything after this. I mean, we just play a Lava Brink Adventure and maybe call 2. I don't know what else we're going to do here. And we almost even then need a white land so we can keep doing what we want to do. But I don't know. This is going to get tough real fast. We drew kind of the no creature hand. I mean, really, if we're going to get another non-creature, we want to just draw the spell that just kills a creature, right? That's what we want. Preferably a gold one, so we actually get another token. Now, if they get a flyer, they're still kind of winning the race because they'll be attacking for 4 to put us to 9, but we'd attack for 6, 7, 8. Though they'll probably try to block a token and live again or something. We can use another fight as one, but it really depends on what we draw. Because we are not in a good space here. Yep, was afraid of that. They're going to attack with just the Sailor, save the rest of the team to block. I mean, here's kind of an interesting thing, right? If they attack us for 2, okay, they're bringing everything. All right. Well, not a lot we can do about it. I mean, we could get creative if we had to. We could technically sack 2 things and kill the Sky Cat. I mean, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dang it. We would be just short. Oh, that's hurtful. All right. So we have one realistic out. If the opponent attacks with everything and doesn't leave anything back, and we can somehow remove whatever he puts in front of our general, then we can possibly win. Oh, it's a Healer Sock of all things. That's actually not good. Okay. That's kind of bad for us. Alright, so we're going to have to invoke the General's Privilege. Yep. And then we're just going to have to sack these, because we got to leave our biggest creature on the table. And then I guess we just try to hope the removal card goes through. I mean, I'm not sure. I doubt it's going to, though. They left 3 blue up. I mean, I think we're just dead, y'all. Yeah, that card doesn't do anything. GG's. Man, that was tough. We didn't draw anything. We sat there with all 3 fighters once. Dang it. We go first. All right. I think we're going to Fabled Passage out a Plains. Actually, no, I think we're going to get a Swamp. But we have double black at some point in the future if we need it. This deck. Okay. Kind of tired of seeing cats and ovens at this point. I mean, my problem is, like, if you're playing in the just practice queues, why? Why bother? You already know what the deck does, and it's not even interesting. It's very boring. Alright, here comes an oven. Yep, alright. Double oven, sure. Good news is, sometimes you'll get to trap the opponent, so we'll see if we can next turn. And what I mean by trap the opponent, you'll get them caught with their creature in play. End of turn, then you can dire tactics it and exile it. And the opponent opted not to block, so they must have something set up on their turn where they want to deal damage for the creature coming into play or something. No, just Timorite. Interesting. Not sure what the purpose was of that, but okay. I am down. This is interesting because I kind of want this in play, so next turn we can start paying 4 to remove a thing. I'm not sure that's the best plan or not. So let's just attack with Kunaros. See if they want to double block it. Answer is no. Alright, so that tells us a little bit. Kunaros is almost guaranteed attacks. So we are going to go ahead and take the 2 here. Since we gained a couple life anyway, we're going to get some tokens. And then we're going to see if we could sneak a dire tactics on one of these creatures during our end step here. Let's see what the opponent does with their... Oh, they're still not using them. Interesting. I wonder if they're onto something that we're doing. And I'm not currently streaming this at this point, so they're not stream sniping. They're doing something. I don't know what they're doing, but they're setting something up. I mean, eventually, I guess we could get rid of one of the ovens if we wanted to. Alright, as I say, I was about to set up, like, let's just start attacking if they're not gonna do anything. Oh, that's weird. They just got an ellipses. Just 3 dots. That's their name. I didn't even know you could do that. I mean, in one hand, it's kind of cool, but weird that that's even a thing. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Green for a grazer, which doesn't tell us much. For a temple. Oh, so this is probably the new fires decks. Is that what we're up against here? No, not at all. Alright, well, I'm going to assume we're going to be staring at something big here shortly. Because that's usually how this works. Every land is every type, and they get an additional land. Alright, so they have fires and Cavalier. Okay. That doesn't really do anything. Alright, so we have 5, 3, 1. So it's all odds. Weird coincidence, but okay. I kind of want to just go pull a Kranos, truthfully. But also, yeah, I think I just want to be more efficient with that mana. The opponent can do something absurd here if they want to. Alright, Cavalier doesn't do much to us. It is also a 5. Okay. Sure. I mean, we just block this. Block this. 13 if we want to. I mean, do we even care? Yeah. I mean, we lose Kranos. Yeah, that seems fine. I mean, if they just burn us out, they burn us out. I'll live with the consequences. So we do this. Which removes probably... What do we want them to not get back? I mean, I guess we don't care. These are all odd casting cost things. Weird that they're not playing the companion that cares about that. And then I guess we attack with this, because it's the only thing that can die there that we don't want to die. I mean, we can slowly kind of negate any benefit that the Cavalier is going to get. I mean, we don't have anything in the yard of our own, so there's that. I mean, but do we just start double removing things? No, it wouldn't be double. We have to get to 1 more mana to do that, I guess. Alright, then you just make another token. And eventually remove all the relevant things. Though I guess technically, if I left enough mana open, they'd never be able to do anything anyway. I could have just done that. Opponent goes first. I mean, we got to draw a white land for this hand to be worth anything, but we're going to keep it. I mean, they're likely playing fires. Don't know what's going on here. Just a love struck, be sure. I think we're just going to put this in tapped and play one of these. Actually, opponent's only playing 3 mana or higher things. It's not an adventure deck. Though it could be. I mean... Everybody likes these shark sleeves too. We see those in a lot of these deck videos we do. Alright, I guess I'll block one. Not much consequence there, so sure. Fires? Sure. Okay. I guess that's a thing you can do, opponents. I mean, sure, I'll attack and trade you. They are really debating blocking this one. I was like, man, it's either block or don't. What are we doing? What we really like is to draw a General's Enforcer this next turn. Because then we get 2 counters, remove stuff, or 2 tokens, remove stuff from a yard. Be able to have Shovel and the General protected, so they'd have to waste a card on the other thing first. Like, it'd be all kinds of good stuff. Alright, we don't really care about Brazen Bar because it doesn't really block anything we're doing. It's just kind of there as a nuisance, if anything. I think, though, since they can't play anything on our turn, we're just gonna do this. Play this guy. Play this. Move this, and then we're gonna attack with lots mini, and really put the onus on them. Like they're gonna have to do something. I mean, I guess this is where they sweep our board. But even then, we can follow with Pull of Kranos and a Giganta back to back, or even just Giganta, then use some of that mana to pay for Pull of Kranos and Kuranos next turn. So that's a thing. So I don't know, we have a lot of choices here. The opponent's really working through this though, because they're only at 12, and the Brazen Bars don't block anything. They can get some cards off of playing Karuga. Do you really want to do that, opponent? Aren't they just dead then? Did we just block this? We block this. Take 12 and go to 4? And then they take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we'd have to leave one more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it'd be exactly 12 that we would have alive. And we'd be at 4. And they played 2 spells, because they played Cavalier and Karuga. I'm just double checking math here, everybody. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, we're good. Yep. I was just making sure because I knew they had lands in the yard, so I was like, didn't want to die to that. Well, we're definitely keeping this hand, that's for sure. TT567, I don't know why they don't have a real name. Maybe that means something, but we'll see. It doesn't look like they're playing a companion. We do have a fight as one with the General's Enforcer and the General Kudro, which we do like. They mulliganed once. Okay. We will just put this in tapped. Alright, we'll go with that General's Enforcer. I mean, this could just be Teferi time, most likely. Yep, that's usually what that means.
I'm known for my excellent timing. I'll protect you.
We can do more just being efficient with our mana here. Just play this here. Then next turn we can play Enforcer, Shovel, see what happens. Though actually, maybe not. Maybe we just play one of them, because then if they try to sweep the board, well, we can't instant speed fight as one with Teferi out there. That is a downside.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Alright, what are we doing here? They want to shatter this guy on just that guy. Okay. That is something to note. But they badly wanted that dead for some reason. Not sure why. I kind of, you know what? Let's see if we can put a bounty counter on. Well, you know what? They just swept the board. F it. You know what? Because we're not going to get to use fight as one anyway. So if they have another sweeper, they have another sweeper. We'll just live that life.
Don't worry, I got this.
Okay, well, that's that. Okay, well, I have no idea what happened in that last game. That was kind of weird. Not sure why they conceded there, because we were a long way from finishing that game. But maybe they didn't have much, and they just figured if they lost to Teferi, that was it. Because once the Teferi was off the table, we would have been able to defend ourselves. But yeah, overall, I like the deck, actually. This is a fun one. As far as what we would replace, I think the Kethis is okay, but it's really only any good in the longest stretches of the game. You know, if you got to turn 8, 9, 10, and you have 4 or 5 of your legendary creatures in the yard, like maybe you get to use it. So I'm not that impressed with it, so we could probably cut the Kethis. I would probably even say cut the Night of Autumns and just add in another Vraska. Honestly, you could probably do a combination. If you remove those 3 cards, you could play one more removal card, your choice, play another Vraska, and add another of the black enchantment where you get to draw cards. Right? That seems like the best play there. Like, that would give us more removal, more ways to pick up cards late in the game. Vraska gives us a way to get rid of the enchantment. So that's probably what the next version of this would look like. The only downside I would say to this deck is it doesn't have a turn 1 play for an aggro deck, and that's a little unfortunate. They're just not a good one that really fits. That doesn't, like, there are cards you could play, but they don't have the same power level of the other things that are in the deck, and that's a little bit of a concern. But otherwise, yeah, I'm digging it. This is 2 for 2. I like both of the Abzan decks we played. So yeah, if you didn't check out the other deck, check out yesterday's video. That one was pretty fun too. And as usual, let me know down in the comments if you like these type of experiments where I play one style of deck 3 different ways just to give you different perspectives. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, obviously y'all know that if I'm doing this at some point, there's going to be gruel 3 ways, but y'all just let me know what you think. And also, as usual, please like this video because that helps me be found by other people. And if you haven't yet, and I don't know why you haven't, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because then you'll get notified every single time I have a video up. But that's all I have for you today. We will see you next time.